Time for the Behavior Bureau. Co-host still with me, of course, Samantha Shocker, and joining us, Jenny Hutt, host of SiriusXM Radio, also forensic and clinical psychologist Cheryl Arrett, behavior expert and body language expert Patti Wood. You've known this family for 2 generations. I'm reading your letter to the paper, which I had. It suggested that you knew the grandparents. Is this a family? Again, we don't have no sense of them and who they are in their relationship, but could you ever, having known them for 2 generations, have imagined, although you dismiss families that have wayward children and whatnot, certainly I work with families that children, unexpected problems emerge. Is this a family you could have ever imagined would have had something like this happen?
I can't imagine it, but to that degree, I certainly understand the wayward daughter aspect because I have one myself. But she didn't go as far as Jodi has. She just has messed up her personal life with her and for her kids.
And just so we get a sense, again, we only have what we see from afar of the couple. Jodi's parents, they have a stable relationship. They're still together. They still operate that business together. Is that a fair description, or is it different?
Well, I think that's a fair description. They're working hard to try and survive this mess that their daughters put them into.
And how are they doing?
Well, I think they're doing very well under the circumstances. It's just a very painful thing to see their daughter go through this, especially for the mother. The dad is pretty angry that people are so vicious about it, but he's not happy with his daughter either because he tried to get his daughter to break the relationship with this guy some time ago.
Oh, that's interesting. All right, I can't hang on there. I want to go to our bureau. That's it's biology, it's all kinds of stuff. Sam, I'm going to give you a chance in a second, but Patti, I see you shaking, nodding your head vigorously.
Yes,
go ahead.
And I just think about those parents being exposed. I mean, they're vulnerable to attack, and when you're feeling all that vitriol that the public is feeling about this case, they're vulnerable to having that other people's anger absolutely fired at them. And that's unfortunate. I think people want a place to put that anger, and this is where they're doing it.
Samantha.
It's beyond dangerous, Dr. Drew. Listen, it's one thing to be angry. It's another thing to be threatening them. They're going through their own personal hell. You can't blame the parents. They can't be held accountable for their daughter's heinous crime.
Well, listen, it's funny. We talked to Patti Womack before, who was feeling physically threatened, and her daughter's safety was in question. My Twitter just went off like crazy. People are telling me to do my homework. Patty's a liar. They're attacking her even just because we put her on here and questioned her about what it feels like to be under the gun with all this.
And she's never condoned Jodi areas.
The point is, this is brutality people are acting out through the internet, and it's getting a little dangerous. I agree with you. So it's something. Just stop and think about this a little bit. These people didn't ask for this, and we're making the point that some of this comes from genetics. Some of it comes from who knows what, not from people that cause it in their family system. I think the Behavior Bureau has made an important point. Thank you guys, and thank you, Ken. It's really interesting. Hopefully we'll talk to you again. Further, Jenny, you want to put a button on this?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I think Ken's whole message was love thy neighbor, and wouldn't it be better if everybody tried to sort of help the parents? We can't undo the horrible thing that Jodi Arias did. We can't. But as a society,
Jenny,
we can move forward into a
sing
healing
Kumbaya,
place.
Jenny. It'll be great. It'll be awesome.
No, that's what I think.
Next, caught on tape. We're going to look at the surveillance video from the night a young fashion designer was killed. That's the man that's alleged to have done it. And later,